So, if you're attracted by this gauge cluster, you'll see that this is an AMG car, and more specifically, this is an ML55, a W163. A very nice car, and you can see very nice trim. Radio, everything works, just don't have a battery. It's charging at the moment. This is going to be my first official project for my channel. This will be a daily driver. As you can see, it's got the two-tone interior. Very, very nice. It's the Designo from the factory interior. And I really like this gauge cluster. Now, a little about myself. I am not a mechanic, and I am a college student, soon to be university student, possibly UCLA. And I have undertaken this ML55 as my bastard child. I own a C32 AMG, and I love the speed, I love the comfort, and I picked this thing up maybe like a year after my C32. But before the C32, I've always wanted an ML55, and I got it. But as you can see, I did not get it in great shape. I got it at a steal, under $1,000. I can even say under $900. And it was what I wanted. I drove it for a little bit, and I was told that it had a head gasket issues. And I was like, oh, no issue. I'll just tear into it and have the time. And I never did. And it sat for a year. That is how it goes for me. Let's see under the hood, yeah? As you can see, there is the M113 5.4 liter V8 that has been torn down by me. Except for the lighting. And it has issues inside the engine, such as coolant that has entered it like it's not supposed to do that. And so my reservoir, it doesn't look like that anymore, but it did, and I'll post pictures on the video about it. It had coolant inside, so everything inside the engine looked like a smoothie, like a delicious mango smoothie, very expensive smoothie. And I took it apart while I could, removed the battery compartment, removed the whole airbox system, the washer, or the expansion tank for the coolant, the washer fluid tank I removed because I had to get access to everything. I wanted to evaluate this car, and I removed the spark plugs and the coil packs. I took off the valve covers. I even removed this breather valve. Actually, no. Yeah, I removed the breather valve to see what that looked like. It was all affected. So unfortunately, it seems like this coolant entered the whole engine. And I have not checked the transmission because it's below the engine. I can't really access it now. But I will get to that eventually. But in the meantime, I'm planning on tackling everything one thing at a time. It has issues with power steering, so that power steering reservoir that you would see here, I removed because I wanted to see what that looked like, and it was empty. So maybe it just needs fluid. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's in worse condition now because I left it sitting for over a year. I removed the washer fluid because I wanted the thermostat, excuse me, because I wanted to see what that was like. That also had a bit of smoothie on it. I'm for sure gonna need a new condenser, a new radiator, a new fan shroud with the fan inside. Maybe I can get this thing fixed. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of work in the engine bay, but apart from the engine, it also needs other things that is going to add to the bill and to the time. Like the power dome hood for the W163 chassis SUV. And this has the flat base model hood. So that sucks. That's going to be easily $300-400 maybe with the repaint if I don't get in the right color. Because if you haven't noticed, this is the bourbon color, the maroonish burgundy color, not the red color you would see often on most or some ML55s. I think I covered the headlights already. Those are I bought updated ones, the 2002 and up Xenons, because the previous ones were cracked and damaged and very, very foggy and hazy. So I bought those. I don't have the bumper because I was damaged in the accident. This is a salvage title vehicle. So yeah, I'm gonna need to buy a new bumper, most likely a new hood, and get it repainted. That's gonna be a lot of money. I already got the headlights, and a lot of this work I'm gonna be doing myself, so I'm not gonna be spending a ton. But if I were not mechanically inclined, which I'm not, I'm just willing to do the work and willing to learn along the way. I would be spending a fortune if I didn't do that. And most likely I wouldn't even own this. I'd probably just scrap it. But I'm not that kind of person. I love this car. And I plan on getting it back to its glory. The wheels, very good condition. All four of them are really nice shape. Calipers need a touch up. Probably new pads, definitely new rotors, probably even a new whole axle, maybe axle joint, all that stuff, control arms. Probably gonna need all that. But all that will be taken care of after I sort out the engine. This window will not go up, so I'm getting my battery charged to hopefully get it to go up. It did go up when I bought it. I guess it just sagged down, and I don't know what this is, the liner for the window is kind of falling apart too. But you can see the interior is just beautiful. Even this one right here, I had to move it because I had to get to the fuel. Excuse me, I had to get to the fuel tank and all that stuff, and had to remove this thing. I got the bolts sitting right there. The interior is in very nice shape, and my original plan was to get another ML55, a running one, and then just swap out all of this trim. And I was about the idea for so long. That's why I put this project off partly, because I was thinking, you know, I'm just gonna strip it and then swap it over to another ML55. And every time I come in here and look at this thing, I just can't. And now I've come to the decision that I'm gonna stick to, is I'm gonna rebuild this beautiful beast. Very ancient car compared to what's coming out now, what AMG's making now. The GL63, the GLE63, all of these cars that AMG at the AMG factory is pumping out stem from this vehicle here. The G55 at the time, the E55, you know, W210, W209, CLK55, all of these cars. The C43, that's the W202 chassis. So very, very historical car. And I can't tear this thing apart. So I'm gonna get into it. And other things about this car, the tailgate does not close completely. It just kind of stays there. Needs a whole new rear bumper. The tips are bent like this one. What else? The exhaust is intact though. I mean, I could probably sell that off. Fortunately, I have a Brabus exhaust that I'm gonna replace this with, and that's gonna be nice too. So this tailgate, although it's all in one piece, would need a whole new clear coat. The parts I got for it, and I disassembled a lot of the stuff, and I kind of put it to the side. Covered most of these parts with the WeatherTech mat. But as you can see, whoever previously owned this car did not take very good care of it. You can see these spark plugs have been burnt over and over again. These are the original Mercedes NGK spark plugs. I don't know if they're platinum. I'm pretty sure they are. Maybe they're copper or nickel. I don't know. But I got these 16 spark plugs plus 2 extra ones because I like to have extra ones in the car. I got I think that's the transmission gasket, power steering reservoir, the thermostat, the old thermostat here probably still works, but I don't want to risk it. Airbox is disassembled. What else is there? Old stuff, broken bumper, old broken headlights, the AMG engine cover. These are the new Xenons. So I've got the exhaust tip cover, the fog light cover. That's going to be helpful probably in the future. What else is there? Apart from that, this thing is in very nice shape interior wise, and that's really all I care about. Mainly because, I don't know, I always wanted an ML55, like I said, and I always wanted a special one, and I did. I got this special ML55, and now it's mine to rebuild and dump a bunch of money on. And I'm gonna do exactly that, because when this thing is done, maybe we'll have gained a little following. Maybe I'll get sponsors from Michelin. Probably not. A little hopeful though. And maybe I will be using this thing anywhere I go. Fishing trips, because I like to fish. Who knows? But definitely a project that if you're interested in, let me know, or give me a follow, a like, and comment below if maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm totally okay with criticism. Definitely hit me up if you're interested in, I don't know, probably not collaborating, but giving me some tips on how to access this thing and get it running right. So yeah, let me know. You know, and the whole reason I'm doing specifically my car and why I'm putting it up on YouTube, the truth is there just is no information about the Designo package ML55. I mean, I've looked, can't find much, very few pictures you can find online. If you Google it, maybe you'll find a little more. I didn't, you know, become a detective and try to find everything, but just off a quick Google search, I could not find much. And so I wanted to just document my ML55, because maybe someone's going to be interested in these videos in 50 years about this ML55, you know. So just, this is more about my journey, and if you're interested in joining me, definitely, you know, stick around, stay tuned, because you're going to see an amateur fail a lot, and maybe I'll become a master tech by the end of this, most likely not. But yeah, very nice car, and just, I love this thing, this color so much. So maybe in the future, we'll get it running and driving.